Here, can you get rid of this thing? It's still got some in it, but you can throw it out. Thank you.
You hear me?
Okay, everybody. Welcome to the Team Onward October 15th training. Last week, Zoom was possessed. Let me just start out and say that. Like, we did the call, like I went to put it on YouTube. People could not get on the call. When I got off the call, I had texts from numerous people who couldn't get on. So I said, okay, no worries. I'm going to put it on YouTube. It's going to be all right. I taped it. And then I went to put it on YouTube, and Zoom said no go. So that's why nobody got, and it was a really good training. It was really good. Even I have to say that. It was really good. But, you know, I still have it in my Zoom folder. I'm going to go back this week and just try it again and see if it'll let me, because I have everything ready for it. I just got to get it done. And then we tried to have our sales call, and people were on waiting for me, and it kept telling me it was denying me the entrance as a host. And I just finally, after 10, I just had to just give up. It was horrible. I had to give up. And so then I'm sending out emails to all of you and saying, we can't have this tonight. I don't know what's going on. But most interestingly enough, when I got up the next morning, there were three automatic updates that Zoom wanted me to do, and it was crazy. Oh, that looks real good, Andrew. We're gonna have you talk about that for just a minute, in just a second. So again, apologies, because even though I didn't have a lot in the sales department, they didn't send me a whole lot with the kit to show you. It wasn't just that. We just wanted to really go over some cool stuff, and that didn't happen. But the good thing is the next day I got in all the holiday bundles. So what I'm going to end up doing, so I'm not waiting till November to show you this, now that I'm home from Georgia, I'm going to put all this stuff together here this week, and I'm probably going to do a live stream and put it in Onward, and then make it a YouTube, and then send it to everybody so that you can kind of see all the stuff working. You can see what it's like put together. We'll talk about the pricing, that kind of stuff. We're just going to try to make this work, because what they sent me was stuff for 23 through 26. So you'll be able to see some stuff up front, but I want to get all the batteries in it and all of that stuff so you can see how everything is, okay? So before we get started, now I was just at Pat Putzer's down in Georgia. She is a silver executive, and she had a huge Stride Like a Boss for the American Cancer Society for breast cancer, our cause. And we did some stuff down there and helped her raise some money and had a big panel, and it was a good time. I'm seeing a lot of my Avon family and meeting some people for the first time. So that was great. So all those are going on right now because it's October. Matter of fact, the one in DC is this Saturday. I'm hoping my back will straighten out between now and then. As I raised all that money, I would like to go walk and be a part of it. So we'll see how that goes. But the most important thing is the money. In the meantime, this is really something personal and dear to Andrew, who is on our team, who's on the call tonight. To him, and he's really, really involved with this stuff. And he's got some pretty cool stuff to share with you. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give him the floor for just a couple of minutes. And then once he shares what he shares with you, anything that he can put in the Onward group as a file or pictures or anything, we're going to have him share all of that stuff. This is kind of impromptu. I didn't know that he was still working on this stuff. So for anybody who's watching this on replay, or if you were watching it, you come on later, don't worry about what you've missed. Knock on wood, hopefully everything will go smooth with the YouTube. I'll be sharing that once we get that up and running. and we will make sure all of that gets done. Okay, so Andrew, why don't you go ahead, my dear, and take it away with what you have to share.
All right. First, I'll try to be quick, but forgive me for the background
You're
because
okay.
I'm just sitting here working, making these. I do events in October. Um, for the last 9 years, I've been making these breast cancer awareness kits. What you do is you find somewhere to set up where you can hand them out to people, usually like a small store or business. It's not like a chain. Sometimes like a Dunkin' Donuts because they're franchised. As long as you're not selling anything, you're handing out educational literature, they're more likely to agree to let you set something up like a small card table, and then just give a small gift or something to the people that are working there as a thank you. So I basically have books, a gift basket to collect customer lead information, and I handed out these breast cancer awareness kits. The main important thing is this flyer that was made by a mentor of mine 9 years ago that I still use today. I'm going to post it in the group later. It just says, here's your breast cancer awareness kit from Avon. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is a company that puts mascara on lashes, that whole slogan. I'll post that in the group later for everyone. I have educational literature that I've obtained from the partners we worked with. In the past, it was Maternal Family Health Services. Now it's American Cancer Society. I have a relationship with the local American Cancer Society where I get some literature from them. But you can also go to avonfoundation.org where they have information there that you can just print off on pink paper. So I just print in black and white on pink paper just to make it, with a theme, so I'm not using color ink. I include a business card, any type of recruiting flyer that I have. I throw any old brochure in there, 2 samples, and basically you're basically making a sample pack, but you're adding the cover for the breast cancer awareness kit and some educational literature, which again you can either get from the American Cancer Society. You can get a small amount from them if you reach out to them, or go to avonfoundation.org and print something off the website from there on pink paper. And I'm using these folders I got for free from the American Cancer Society. Normally, all I use are the clear literature bags that we get from Avon for 80 cents, and I put a brochure in it with my information. I include things like the fundraising flyer, the coupon for the 10% off your first order, just the normal stuff you'd put in a sample pack, and that's it.
I love that, Andrew. That is really great. And think about that. And I know with a lot of you that are going to watch this, especially because it's new rep training, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can yet. This isn't about what you take and just do right now. And you can do this at any time. But it's grabbing the information and taking those files that people share, like Andrew, taking a look at it, figure out how to make it your own. And this gives you something that even if you don't want to hop on and do this right now, you need to make yourself a mental note. You need to write it down. Go print one of these off and take notes during these sessions, because we talk about a lot of stuff. And for those of you who don't know me, you're going to get to know me. I squirrel quite a bit. We go from one thing to another, even though we're supposed to be talking about X, Y, and Z. But it's wherever the conversations take us. So this is really great. And this is something that Andrew has been working on for, gosh, as long as I've known. This has been just a real passion for him to do this. And it's helped him get customers. It has helped him talk about the opportunity. But at the same time, he's helping other people, and he's helping this wonderful cause that we have between the breast cancer and partnering with the American Cancer Society. And then, we have the domestic violence also that Avon hasn't done a whole lot with recently, but right now, this big cause, this Avon Against Breast Cancer, this is huge with the making strides. So thank you, Andrew, for doing that. That is awesome. Okay, let's talk real quick about the raffle. Now, last campaign, or I should say last week, we didn't have a lot of people who were on, and that is not anybody's fault except Zoom's and probably me, because I trusted too much in Zoom, but that's okay. So we have a couple of people, actually 4 people who could actually say, hey, I was there, and hey, I watched it, and hey, this is awesome. Andrew said, I work with a local shelter for domestic violence and have done small fundraisers too. That's good, Andrew. That's good to know. It works on both avenues. So this week it was for, I was giving an A-box away. Love this A-box. Love the front of it. It makes me never want to do anything with it, like give it away, because I like it. This has got the new products in it, full size. I love that the retinol line eraser is in here, and also our power serum, which I use every single night. I love the power serum, and also our platinum night cream, which is in here also. So you can take this, you can gift this, you can sell it to customers, you can take them out of the box and use the box for something else, and you can sell the product separately. You could gift a customer who has a really great order with you. There are so many different things. I do have a video out there on YouTube about the many uses for your A-boxes, but somebody is going to get this, and they're also going to get these awesome earrings. I love this packaging that Avon has for the winter months, and these are gorgeous. I'll have to show you. They're also going to get these beautiful earrings. Yeah, they gifted people these who came to the Come Home for the Holidays. They are going to be in the book, but they're just so beautiful. They're dainty, but yeah, they can dress up in the outfit, or it can also bring an outfit together. So I love this. So these 2 are going to go. So let's see the few that we have here. Let's see who is the winner today. Oh, our little training bag thing, drawing bag. Yes, Pate. Yeah, just want to dance. All right, let's see who I got here. Ah! Bundle! Yes! Yes! Look at that, girl. You got it. You got the A-box. Yay, yay, yay. And you got the earrings, girl. So I'm taping this here right now. Boom. That is great. Love that, love that, love that. Okay, and for anybody who's on here for the first time, or that's watching for the first time, again, people who are on my team, guys, I know lots of people watch my videos, but this is strictly for my team. You have to just email me at molly7720@gmail.com, and you simply have to say, within 24 hours, Molly, I was on the call live. You're going to get 2 entries into the raffle if you do that. And for anybody who is watching it after the fact, you have until I have this meeting next week. And you just put, Molly, I watched the replay, and that's going to give you 1 entry because you couldn't be online. So everybody has a chance to do, but all you have to do is email me. That's your homework. If you want me to give you free stuff, you have to do the homework. That's what we do here. It lets me know who's serious, who's really watching, that kind of thing. So Punjel's going to get those, but let me show you what we're going to do. I happen to have the same, another A-box, but this is coming with something that is very special. This is the packaging. The packaging of this says, hello, gorgeous, I believe, and it has the little Avon insignia right there. So hello, gorgeous. And when you open this up, this is a beautiful compact by Avon that when you open it, it is mirrored on both sides. It still has the plastic on it, so it's absolutely safe and sound, but so gorgeous. When you put this in the light, I don't know, you can't really see it, my light blinds me, but if the light catches this, the sparkle is just absolutely gorgeous, but you never have to worry about it getting messed up because you can keep it packaged in this, which is awesome. I'm hoping that Avon's going to have another gorgeous one this year like this. So if you do your homework and you email me, let me know whether you were live or you were on the replay. You're going to get that A-box, or you're going to get, because this is just going to be 1 person this time, and you're going to get this awesome compact that says, hello, gorgeous, and it will remind you of me. How you like that? There you go. So all you got to do is let me know. Okay. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, we are going to talk about tonight, what do we call this? It's a fiesta, baby. We have a trip coming up again. Yes, 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 to Los Cabos, Mexico. We have a grand fiesta incentive. It's an all-inclusive trip for 1 or 2 people. And this will be happening June the 2nd through the 5th, okay? Now, Avon, in the meantime, has bought us a lot of different things to go with this. This is really exciting because they're actually giving representatives the chance to earn points before campaign 1 when it officially starts. They're allowing them to earn, let me get these in the right order here, hold on. Not to mention they have the IPADS incentive. I'm like, oh my gosh, they just got everything. They also have a way for, where did the other thing go? Hold on, guys. We're looking here for the other one because there's that one. Okay, here it is. We have what we call the Head Start period, okay? Head Start period, which is campaign 23 to 26. And what I'm going to do here is let me see if I can share this PowerPoint with you. Hold on one second. Da, da, da. Let me see if I can get this to come up here. Okay, guys, can you see this? Andrew? Yeah? No? Yes?
Sorry, I had you on mute. I can see it.
Okay, baby, you can see it? Okay, good. Okay, so who wants a vacation? That's what we're calling this. Who wants a vacation? I love this. Again, June 2nd through the 5th.
Molly, I want a vacation.
I know you
Nick just got home.
No offense. It's a trip for 2, so y'all better get working because it can be done. It can be done. So let's talk about how it can be done. You earn this by doing exactly what you do all the time. You are selling and you are recruiting. So you're building a team and you're trying to get more customers. What do you have to do? Well, you have to earn 5,000 points for a trip for 1. And by the way, I found it interesting that the point system for this trip is less than the point system for the Bermuda trip. So you don't have to do quite as much, which is good. Let's see here. We've got, okay, what am I doing? There we go. The other thing is this. Look, some people are like, Molly, it's really great. I don't like Mexico. I don't want to go to Mexico. Now, me, I like free. So if they're going to give me a free trip and all that good stuff, I like free. But here's the cool thing. Look, there have been times when I have not, because it didn't work in my schedule, that I wasn't able to take the trip. And I thought, this is a bummer. I've earned it, but I can't do anything with this. And but you can also take the buyout. So if you can't make the trip, you can take the buyout. The trip for 1, there's a $500 buyout trip. And for the trip for 2, you can take the $1,000 buyout. So you can either put money in your pocket, not to mention the money you've earned from building your team and building your customer sales, or you can, you know what, you can go on that trip. And I love this trip because, let me read you just a little bit about this trip. Trip for 1 or 2, 3 nights, 4 days, hotel stay at the Hotel Ziva, all-inclusive package with unlimited food and drink. Your airfare is included. Your ground transportation to and from the hotel in Mexico is there. You're going to have a welcome reception. You're going to have a farewell reception. Approximate retail value for that trip for 1 person, $1,600 by the time you get all the extras and everything. Now, the Head Start that we talked about, there's a Head Start period from campaign 23 to 26. Let me see if I have that part on here. I think I do. I just don't know if we can enlarge this, but I can put this in onward. Yeah, they have this. So the Head Start is this. traditional recruits, and all of you are new, and so most of you are not you're not buying Alma leads. So this is about finding people like you who have a need, who would like to start a side hustle, who maybe need some extra money for Christmas, who would like to get on board and partner with you and figure out just what is this thing all about. So traditional recruits that you bring in, if they come in and they place a $150 order in their first or their second campaign, you are going to get 300 points for each person that comes on and does that. And again, this starts in 23. So 22 is getting ready to end tomorrow evening. So it's like jump on anybody you bring on now. Think about this. If you have somebody pending right now, and let's say they weren't supposed to start till 22 or 23 or maybe 21, if they go ahead and place their first order, that will count in campaign 23. So now is the time. So from now until the end of the year campaign, so 23, 24, 25, and 26, you can earn $300 for each person who does that. You can also promote. If you promote to Bronze Ambassador, you're going to get 500 points for that. Not to mention, you can earn that full bonus if you promote. You're going to get $500 if you do that for 4 campaigns in a row. You can earn that too. So this isn't just about the trip or points. This is about what you're getting for doing what you should be doing in your business every single day, which is very, very good too. Okay, let's see here. Also, somebody under you. Let's say you get somebody under you who's just as on fire as you are, and they say, I want to go to Mexico. I want to make this money, or I want to make the money, period. I can't go to Mexico. And if they start bringing people on, and any of those people right underneath you, your first gen, if they promote to Bronze Ambassador, then you're going to get an additional 250 points. I love this. Qualified new recruit is, again, somebody who places a first or second order of 150 or more and pays for it on time. Must be a first-time promotion to Bronze Ambassador. But again, this is for our newbies here. So, obviously it's going to be the first time. So that works for you. Here's a tip that it says one qualified new recruit a campaign can earn you 1,200 points. 1,200 points just if you did it and 23, 24, 25, and 26. Just one person to join your team who puts in a $150 order or more. That's 25% of the way towards just the trip for one. Okay, so I love this because this is a way. They've never given us a time frame to head start a trip. Normally what happens is it starts in this campaign, it ends in that campaign. That's how it is. Now, what I love about these trip incentives and how they've done the last couple here is that if you're working your business every day and you're building your sales and you're trying to build a team and you're helping your people to increase their own business, you're getting points for things that you should be doing every single day. So I think that is very, very cool. So it says you choose how to earn. But here are some ways to do it. I love this. You can earn a trip for one when you sell and recruit a new representative each campaign. You can earn a trip for 2 by developing others. So think about if you bought it, if just one of those people decided, I want to go on the trip too. I want to get this head start too. And they bought in 3 people. And between them and those 3 people, they titled to Bronze Ambassador. Well, you're going to get points for that too. Then you're going to be way ahead of the game. So think about that. There's all different ways to do this. Now, here's the thing too. There's going to be different things that you earn along the way. Like if you hit 1,000 points, you're going to get a towel. probably, I guarantee you, it's going to say something about Avon and the place we're going. So what they're doing is they's getting you ready for the trip that they know that you want. If you get 2,000 points, you've got the towel, but you're going to get a tote to go with it. Avon always gives us a memorable tote, which is cool. 3,000 points, you're going to get a towel, a tote, and a mirror and brush set. Now, I'm going to tell you, I said to them, what in the world, what do you mean a mirror? Because, you know, I'm thinking like kitty, baby, brush, and mirror set. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? They swear to me that this brush and this mirror set is just exceptional. Because I'm like, shouldn't that just be the first prize for 1,000? And they're like, no. So they're keeping it under wraps, but they say it's pretty great. So we'll see. If you get 5,000 points, of course, let's see, you're going to get the towel. You're going to get the tote. You're going to get the mirror and brush, and you're going to get the trip for one. I love it. I love it. And then, of course, you're going to get everything in the trip for 2 if you get 7,000 points. So, you know, I know a lot of people who, like last year, they gave a miniature suitcase away too, that many of them will probably be using for this also. So you get to earn stuff along the way. So it's not just I worked that hard, I didn't get the points, all the points I needed, and I didn't walk away with anything. Well, I have news for you. You never walk away with nothing, because if you're truly bringing these people on and you're building your business and you're building your sales, that is a win-win for you regardless. Whether you earn this trip or not, your business should be in a better place by the end of this incentive than it ever was before you started it. So keep that in mind, because these are very geared towards building your business and continuing to do it, so that not only are you rewarded with a trip or some extra money, but you've been able to make money. You're able to make the recruiting bonuses if your team performs. You know, you can hit title, not just one title, but other titles, and you can get all the bonuses from that too. So it's a win-win with Avon. Okay. Let's see here. What else? How to earn the points. Okay. Now you have to sell. So if every campaign during the incentive period, and remember this is once it starts. Now we talk about, for newbies, there is a way for you to earn with just the non-ALMA leads or whatever, bringing people on your team and getting them signed up, you having somebody title under you, or you titling yourself the bronze ambassador. Okay, those are the ways. Recruiting are the main ways between 23 and 26 on this head start. Okay, but then starting in campaign 1, if your order is between $300 and $499, you earn 100 points for that. If your order is $500 or more, you earn 200 points for that. So think about that. I mean, campaigns 1 through 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 campaigns of orders. So just if you just did a $500 order or more, every campaign, you're talking 1,600 points right there towards it. That's just doing what you should be doing every campaign. The other thing is recruiting. If you are in a place where you have to be a bronze ambassador or above to even participate in the ALMA buying program, okay, or the lead share program, if you bring on a lead, that Avon gives you the lead because you purchased that lead, and those people come on and perform and put 150 or more dollar paid order in their first or second campaign, you're going to get 150 points for that. If it's somebody you bring in, somebody you're out there talking to, your warm market people you come in contact with, putting those recruiting flyers in every book that we've talked about before. Again, you can go back and look at the videos. They are there. And they sign up and they perform. It's double that. It's $300 a person for your own personal recruits, which is great. Each time, now listen to this. This is what I love about this. Each time any one of those new people that you bring on put in $150 order or more, okay, through this whole incentive thing, $150 or more during the incentive, you get an additional $100. So think about this. You bring one person on and they put in at least $150. And look, we should be pushing them to do more. We know that. We want them to get the kickstart, right? We want them to keep that 40%. But if they put in at least $150 order for all 8 of those campaigns, think about it. Think about it. You're making all those points from there. You're going to get 100 points just for that. So for one person who does it, all 8 of those campaigns, okay? All 8 of them, every time after the first initial one. So let's just say 7. Let's knock off the 8th one, okay? 7. For every person you bring on, if they did that every campaign, there's 700 points. I mean, are you seeing how this builds? Or if you bought on 5 people and only 3 of them did it, but the other ones were sporadic. Oh, they did it this campaign. The other one may have been 100. The next one's 150. The point is, the more they perform, the more they do, the more your points are going to build. Before you know it, boom, boom, boom. You are going to see this happen. I mean, this is encouraging us to do what we should be doing. Selling more, trying to reach a $500 order or more so that you can earn that 40% on your products, on all your core products. To bring on new people so that you can earn the recruiting bonuses, so you can start this team and get this residual income that you hear me talk about all the time. And then by the time you're done, not only are you building points for a trip that you all deserve, but now you've got this team. Now you've got a kickstart, really, your own kickstart going for the new year when times are normally slow. Nope, it's not happening because you are consistently building towards an incentive. So this is a time that you really want to talk to your family and friends and people that maybe you haven't talked before or who have said no. You know, sometimes you can say, come on, jump on board with me. Let's work on this together. Like, you want to go to Mexico with me? I would love to share an all-inclusive Mexico trip with you because I certainly want all of you to get it. So you have to think about what you have to do, and then you have to execute that. You have to let people know what they need to do. Let's see, what else do they have here? So you can earn that every time they put in the $150 order. Promote to a new leader title. Now get this. Get this. If you promote to a new title between campaigns 1 and campaign 8, you get 1,000 points for that. Boom. You bringing people on, they're performing, you're getting all those points. Now you promote for the first time to bronze ambassador, to silver ambassador, whatever it is. I mean, in those campaigns, you could promote more than once, and you're going to get 1,000 points towards the trip. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That is a really quick way to get those points up there. And then if somebody underneath you promotes for the first time to bronze ambassador or above, you're going to get 500 points when somebody underneath you does that. So I think that just about every way is covered here to talk about, you know, man, oh man, oh man, how is this going to work for us? Well, how it's going to work is you have got to take your business seriously. Avon is never just going to give trips away and you don't have to perform. But for me, I'm like, but I need to make the money. I need to increase my title. I need more customers. I'm still saying that. You know, I'm still saying all these things. You have to get out there and you have to keep sharing with everybody. You never know when your next person's going to show up. For some people, it will be they need money for Christmas and they might come on before Christmas. But then there's a lot of people who in that campaign 1 through 8, they may look at their credit cards and their debt now after Christmas and go, oh Lord, I really need to get a side hustle. You need to be there to make sure that that side hustle is going to work. We always say, work hard, play harder. And we start building the points in C23 through 26. So, and this is anybody. This isn't just newbies, okay? Any traditional recruits, 300 points. Newbies, get those people underneath you and performing, and you're going to get 500 points for moving to Bronze Ambassador before this even kicks off in Campaign 1. This is how you can do this in the early stages. And then get somebody underneath you who needs more money and would like to go to Mexico too. And guess what? You're going to get another 250 points. Okay. So you need to track for this. Okay. You need to track for this. And we're going to take this and we're going to put this tracking up here. I don't think it's in the Team Onward group. I do believe that this is in the Onward no matter what group, but there's all kinds of different trackings that people have taken. And I love this because look here, campaigns 23 through 26, this is how you can earn. And then when you mark it down, you know what, here's your campaign total, and you know what are you going into campaign 1 with. And then down here, all the rest of the ways that you can earn. Campaign 1, you're going to be able to print this off. And even though Avon will have a tracking system, I believe in Avon Vibe, where you'll be able to see it under the sales tab too. I always keep track of my own. I want to know what my team's done and what I've done. And this is another way, and you'll see the example, that you can see where are you? Where are you at the end of each campaign? So work with your uplines, work with me. You know what? Plan on being here for all the Zooms. We're going to talk about different ways that you can get more customers, that you can raise your sales. Some of you are already doing that. Every single campaign, you are consistently over $150, or some of you are consistently over $300 and $400. You are on your way for sure. So you have got to get enough customers in line that although everybody doesn't order every campaign, you have enough customers so that you will run. I mean, why only get the lower amount? If you can get $200 for your personal sales and points, why just be okay with the 100 points? So you're going to have to get out there and you're going to have to work this really hard. Again, 3 ways to earn. Sell $500 a campaign at 200 points each campaign. There's 1,600 points right there. Recruiting traditional people that are qualified, 300 points. Alma leads, 150 points. So for anybody who's watching this and you're not a newbie in the Kickstart program, yes, if you're buying leads, if you're eligible to do that, those people, when they perform successfully, 150 points. Each qualified order, okay, this is not right. Somebody did this up for me, but you do not get 150 points for each qualified order after that. It's every $150 order is 100 points. So we're going to have to change that up. So that's definitely a typo there. They just kind of switch the amounts. Promote to a new title, Bronze Ambassador or above, you're going to get 1,000 points. That's definitely a way to track it and get up there soon. And then mentor somebody in your first generation under you, there's 500 points. So again, the same 3 ways to earn this trip are the same 3 ways to build your business and be successful: sell, recruit, and mentor. Okay. So, you know, again, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at the fact that we want to track this. If this is important to you, then you will track this. You will track this and you will try to earn it. But what's really great is you also have other prizes you're going to be able to earn along the way too. So if something happens and you don't, but for me, I'm like, I'm not even thinking about not earning it. I want to earn it. I want to go. I want that trip for two. I know I need 7,000 points. So you know what? I'm going to be reaching out to everybody who told me at one time, well, maybe I could do that. I don't know. I'm going to be taking all their excuses away and tell them why they should do it. Look at everything we have for Christmas. Look, you could earn 40% on all your stuff. You could get 40% off all your Christmas gifts. You need to come in and you need to start doing this now so that Christmas isn't going to cost you nearly as much as it would have. We have something for everybody. Look at all the kids stuff that's coming, all the stuff for families, all the home and fashion. And when they know that if they perform and they are doing the size order, they can get 40%. Remember, guys, off everything. Not like me, who only can earn 25%, or a lot of you 20% off the home and fashion. It's going to be 40% off everything. I mean, it is definitely time to get people to take up and say, yeah, I really want this. So let me stop this share here for just a minute. Does anybody have any questions about that you're not sure about? All of this has been shared in the groups as far as how to get there and what the point plan is and all of that. But it's all the same. It's all the same when you get right down to it. It's, what do you want? Is Mexico your goal? If Mexico is a goal for you, or that $1,000, maybe that's something that is much more attractive than a Mexico trip. Whatever it is that is attracting you to this, if you think about where your business is right now and you're going after something like this, where can your business be at the end of campaign 8? Think about where you'll be by the Mother's Day books and everything going into campaign 9. Your sales should be consistently then way over $500, many more customers. You should have a team. A lot of you should be bronze ambassadors heading towards silver and gold. This is doable, but when you have an extra incentive on the table like this, man, that's crazy. Now let's talk about one other thing here. And I know that I had, let me see something. Let me see if I can, first of all, pull this up. So you guys bear with me a minute. I want to show you this and then I'll let you go. Let me see. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's work on that. What else do we have? All right, let's see. That one's up. All right, where's the other one? Where's the other one? Here it is. Come on, bring that up too. Okay, let me see if we can bring this up now. Put this back down, put this back down. Okay, so let me see if I can get this up here now and share this with you guys. Uh-oh. Screen sharing has stopped as the shared window is closed. Look here, dude. I just said share this. Y'all, don't be doing this, Zoomy. Just stop it. Let's see here. Really? It's really not going to let this come up? Okay. All right, there's the first one. There's the second one. Okay, we may be on something here, guys. 1 second. Here's the third one. Okay. So let me see now if it will let me go out of here. Let's see. Where's that? Close this up. Now let me share this again. Okay, can you see that? Andrew, shake your head, yes or no? Okay, all right. So I know all of you have gotten this email. I know you have. Now, this isn't for everybody probably who's on here, but a lot of people are going to watch this and they're going to go, oh my God, this is awesome. You can earn an iPad if you placed your first order on or after July 11th. This is catering to the very, very new representatives who just started with the Share the Love incentive. Some people joined way before July 11th, but they had never put in a first order. So that's why I say you either joined on July 11th and you placed your order after that, or your very first order, no matter when you joined, was placed on July 11th or after. You have the opportunity here to earn an iPad in campaigns 23 to 26. So I want you to think about this. Yeah, an iPad. So if you're eligible, if you are in that realm of what you can earn, you could work the business for the trip, but guess what? You have the option that you can earn an iPad when you or your team sell $3,000 during the incentive page. So yeah, you can sell $3,000 on your own. That's a little hard when you're brand new, I'm not going to lie. Or in 23, 24, 25, 26, the same thing. Get out there and share. Bring your new people in. And if in that time frame, think about that, you sell $3,000, you and your team, during that time. And by the way, if you look down here, it says team sales include your personal sales, so of yours personally, and sales from your first generation people. So unlike how we really get paid for everything, anybody that you bring in underneath you, directly underneath you, that signs up underneath you. So if in that time frame, hey, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, that's pretty daggone good. And let me see, let's look at another part of this. Hold on, let me bring up the other part of this. What's this say? Here's one that says representatives who join, again, when you and your team sell $3,000 during the incentive period, you'll earn it. Where's the other one here? This talks about, yeah, hold on. Earn an iPad. There we are again. Build the Avon love by building a team to earn your iPad. So look, there's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff going on all at once. But here's the good news. If you truly are just working your business every single day, Avon is not asking you to do anything different or anything special or anything out of the ordinary that you wouldn't do to build your business. You are selling, you are recruiting, and you are mentoring others. And does all that come easy? I'm here to tell you, no, it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy. But it's something to work towards. Look, I have watched people who've never had like a title movement. You know, the last cruise thing that we have, I had people underneath me who had smaller titles that they had, but I didn't move title. That's hard. I'm still a Browns executive, and in order for me to do that, my sales would have had to be, as a team, $100,000. Now y'all are rocking it. We're doing between $60,000 and $75,000 every 2 weeks. So I couldn't get that just wasn't happening fast enough in the incentive. I knew there was no way. So you know what I did? I rolled that out. I said, that's not the way for me to earn those points. But what I need to do is work on mentoring people underneath me. What I need to do is work on helping the people who come up underneath me directly, making sure that they put in a $150 order or more, and showing them how that's more money in their pocket. So if we help the people on our team in our first generation, if we do that and we show them where the money is at, and let's say they decide to start building the team, or you could, most of you that are on here, you could move to Bronze Ambassador, and boom, you're going to get that. You're going to get that 1,000, because that's Bronze Ambassador. As 3 people underneath you placing an order and 1,000 people, $1,000 in sales. Come on, guys. That is possible at Christmas time. You can do that, bad boy. I'm telling you, it can be done. And this is the season. I love that they're starting this new for people who are here, because look, either people want to save money and they want to make money for Christmas, or they've done said, oh, it don't matter, it's Christmas, we're going to buy up. Well, it's not Toys R Us because they ain't open right now, but any place else. But the point is, now they're going to have to pay the bill off. So now they need a side hustle, because guess what? They're already working 40 hours a week. They don't want to tell their husband they just spent $2,000 on the kids, and he told them she had a $500 limit. So we've got to help them. So when you're finding people like that, this trip for 1 or 2 is absolutely doable. But it's not doable if you're like, oh yeah, you know, I really want this trip, and here you are in campaign 4, and suddenly you decide you want it in campaign 4, and you just think you're going to do it in 4 campaigns. I know some people who have. Let me tell you what percentage. 1%. 1%. Hardly anything. They have given us plenty of time to earn this. So if you need any help, if you need to talk this out, if you need someone to help you set the goals, then make sure that you reach out to your upline, reach out to me, send me an email, send me a text. Look, y'all aren't stupid. You know how to get this done. It's so spelled out. You know what it takes. And above all, a big thing for you is you want to make sure that you're getting your own orders in there. I mean, you want that extra pointage for the bigger order and not the smaller order. And sometimes the smaller orders do happen. Just don't let it happen consistently during this, because if you can prove to yourself that you can absolutely do what you need to do to get that 200 points instead of 100 points for your orders, that takes a lot off of you. Go ahead and commit and say, no, I'm sorry, this is what I'm getting. I am getting this amount. Every single campaign is going to be a $500 order or more. And when you do that, then you're going to know you have the points for that trip. And if you hear out in the Facebook world that newbies don't earn this thing, I got news for you. The last trip, there were more newbies on that Bermuda trip than there were people who have been with Avon 20 years. You know why? Because when you're up in title, it's harder to move to that next title. But for somebody who's starting out, you can hit those titles in the beginning. And if you hit those titles between 1 and 8 or 23 and 26, whenever it may be, you have got the head start going for you. Okay, so hopefully that will work. And then as we're going through, and like I said, I'll be doing a live stream here in the next week to 10 days. And all of these bundles that I have, since we could not get the sales call to cooperate, what I'm going to do is make it very generic, so that you're going to be able to take this YouTube and the live when it's done, and you'll be able to share it and say, if there's anything that you see in this video that you want, you need to get your order in with me right now. Because here's the truth. You know that you can't get something from 25 or 26 right now. And campaign 24, when you can get the demo, if one person wants this and one person wants that, you, especially if it's somebody who has not been a customer of yours before, you want to make sure that you can get that item. You want to get it before it runs out, and you need to tell them these are holiday evenings items. Once they're gone, they're gone. Once they're gone and Avon's out of stock, there is no reordering Christmas items. So if you have the opportunity to share what I will put up for all of you and the team Onward, on my page, everywhere, and the YouTube, and share it, the great thing is, take those orders, get them in there, tell people, no, you need to give me your orders now. You see anything on here you like, you definitely need to get it done. We'll be talking about the price points on this. We'll be showing everything working. And I got to tell you, I've only opened a couple things since I've been back in town, but this stuff looks really, really good. These are the things, I don't know, some of you went to Rep Fest, and I ordered the bundles at Rep Fest. And I can't believe the stuff that, wow. I saw it in the demos, but it's really cute. The penguin that stands up, that's motion activated, and he talks to you. He has like 3 or 4 sayings. It's a little bit freaky when I walk in the door and he's talking to me. I will admit it. It is. It's a good trip for somebody who's on drugs. But he sits tall and he's so cute. I can't wait to show it to you. So it's going to be, take these things and these tools and share them and see if people will respond to you and start building towards those orders that you need coming. Because look, that's what it's going to take in campaigns 1 through 3. You're going to need to develop some new customers right now in the Christmas season, because the only way to keep that order up to $500 or more so you can get those 200 points is to get those customer lists built, because everybody doesn't order from you every single campaign. Andrew says I have a video of the penguin and I can post it to the group. Andrew, quit asking and do it. Andrew, that's what I say to you. Quit doing it. You want to help these team members out who are on here? Do that. Absolutely do it. Do not ask. You are on my team. Put that son of a gun and Team Onward. And you guys need to take this and you can share it. And any of you who are doing the same thing, it's like Kim Marie has been doing. She's had this event that she just had and sharing what has happened on this and what she's doing and what she's learning from what she's doing. And you know what? That's the only way she's going to get better at what she's doing, is getting out there and doing it and sharing it, and everybody chimes in. And then I'm sure she's looked at what she's done and gone, you know what, next time I'm going to do this, and that. I'm going to change this up a little bit, and this is what I'm going to do. And then she's going to have some stuff she did, and she's going to go, man, that was spot on. That went over so well. I always want to do that. This is about failing until you succeed and finding the best thing. And that kind of stuff is what's going to help you earn things like this Mexico trip. Okay. So, Kimmery, once I get this on video, keep your fingers crossed that it will work. This has worked real well so far. I'll probably post it tomorrow, but it'll be up. Go back and watch this. We just talked about some things with the incentive and the pre-incentive. You obviously can't do the iPad thing because you've been in too long, but getting those points, you know, earlier, and maybe trying to get you to Bronze Ambassador and acquire these points to help you earn that trip for 1 or 2, whatever it is that you're going for. Or in some cases, we talked about how people can't do the trip, but there's a buyout. You can earn the $500 or $1,000. So, and sometimes getting people involved to say, hey, you know, come on, Avon, we could earn this trip together. Come on, let's do this together. Want to go to Mexico for free? You can do this. So,
can I just talk about what I did this weekend really quick?
Please, I was so hoping to get on the call. So, yes.
Okay, yeah, sorry. It has been crazy. So I had my very first live event this weekend. It was definitely a Halloween-themed event. It was great. They had on my day, because it was a 2-day event, I only went on the Saturday, because it was the day that all the kids were trick-or-treating. And so I knew that that was going to be the bigger day. So I only paid for 1 day instead of 2. And then I had a whole table full of product. And you know what? It's funny. I didn't sell a thing, and I was completely okay with that, because 1, all of my products that I had was already paid for, so I wasn't out any cash. And 2, I probably handed out 200 brochures, and I probably got 20 to 50 leads. I've got to go through them all. So that for me was the whole point of it. I am super excited. I'm going to be doing the raffle for my leads, because the whole point was, if you give me your information, I'm going to enter you guys into a raffle to win some free Avon. I never specified what it was. It was just win some free Avon. And so that gives me the ability to go through what I can afford to give away and mail out, you know, to the person that wins it. And then everybody else is a contact. And I had people saying the most amazing stuff like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen Avon in years. I'm so glad you guys are still around. Some of it was, you know, oh, I used to sell Avon, so I tried to make note of the ones that used to sell, and that kind of thing, to have the recruiting conversation with them. And the whole, oh, you know, my mom used to buy it, but she lost her Avon. So I was just keeping notes of who was saying what. And like I said, I didn't make any money off my cash and carry, and I'm totally fine with that.
Right.
I'm totally fine with that.
I think that's great because your outlook is exactly what it should be. Sure, it's great if you sell something. It's great.
Yeah.
But the deal is you've been trying to find ways to acquire new customers and ways to get the word out about the Avon opportunity. What she just did with this event was just that. She's got new customer possibilities. She's got recruiting possibilities. She has already paid for the stock she put out there. And she was able to touch a cold market that otherwise she would have never touched had she not done the event. So that is fabulous. That is great. Thank you for sharing that. What else? Is there anything you learned, didn't learn, something you'd rather do differently?
You know what? It was funny. Actually, yeah. So the other thing I want to share was I left a whole box full of my paperwork behind, like my actual the contact list that I printed out from you guys from the file section.
Right.
I had completely forgotten about it. It was in a box tucked in the back behind my sofa, and I left it there. And I had some of those, you know, the Avon callback slips that we have.
Yes.
I ended up using those for my leads, and just I improvised, and you know, I didn't let it stress me out. I went, hey, there's 3 lines. They can give me their name, their phone number, and their email address. That's all I need, you know. And so I didn't stress out about it, and I had such a fantastic time. The kids were adorable in their costumes. You know, my man, who is getting ready to sign up to be my business partner, did this with me, you know, so we got to do this together, and I had his support, and it was an amazing thing.
So let me ask you a question. I know that you have been struggling with a cold conversation and how to bring it up. Did you find, because this was an event, that it became a lot easier because people were looking at what you had and the conversations were easier?
It was so easy. I got to tell you, this was a really fun event for me because it was just, hi, you know, the kids were trick-or-treating and walking up, hi, trick-or-treat. I'm like, oh, you guys are adorable. And then I looked at mom and dad and said, would you guys like to trick-or-treat too? And I just handed them out a brochure. And I even had samples for the men. So the men got samples of the Skinvincible with the SPF, and they got cologne samples. So,
oh, that is so good. That is so good.
Yeah.
That is great. Now what we'll see as she keeps coming back, what I would like for you to try to remember is when you do hear from somebody or obtain a customer or a recruit from this, let's really look at this as this goes, because you planted all these seeds and nothing is just going to sprout. But now you've got the means, you've got the information, you can contact, you can send stuff out, you can say you would like a brochure, and it just can lead to so many different directions. So this will be really great to hear from her in the coming campaign and say, now that you look back, how has this really, really helped your business? But I think above all, it's helped her become a better representative and helped her become more confident. And that's what's important in this business.
Yeah, at an event like this, it was definitely easier for me to have a cold conversation with somebody because they were already coming in. They were looking at stuff to buy. So it took the pressure off of me to knock on somebody's door or leave a book on a door, you know, that kind of a thing where I'm just approaching people randomly. And they were coming to my table and it was like, hey, would you like a sample? And I have to tell you too, Molly, I got so many no's, and it was not a big deal. It was amazing. And I was just like, next, you know, it was really fantastic. It was a great experience for me. The other thing, it was a very long Avon day for me. Earlier that morning was our Home for the Holidays event.
Okay, wow.
That morning. So I had a double header on Saturday, and the Home for the Holidays also gave me some fantastic ideas of things to do coming up, going forward.
Good. So that's a great shout out for when there's an event, even if you have to travel a little farther, it can be worth it. Team up with somebody, carpool with somebody. You never know who's sharing or what you can walk away with. So thank you for that shout out too, because that's a really, really good thing. Really good.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's good. Oh, I'm so excited for you. That's awesome. That is
Thank you.
really good.
Oh,
So,
I forgot to remind, can you please email me the co-applicant form?
you know, I'm looking here from last week, and I think what happened is I was so perturbed about Zoom not working that today I went to look and said, oh, who won the A box? So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's this co-applicant right here for Kimberly? Oh my God, I did not do that. I'm like, I've got to do that. So yes, it's right.
It's okay. I knew you were busy and going out of town.
Yeah,
Not a
before
problem.
I start the leader meeting, I will get that right to you. So we'll get that. So does anybody else have any other questions? Are we okay? Again, don't forget to email me that you were live within 24 hours so I can get you in the drawing. Ooh, you're going to love what we're doing. A-Box and this awesome compact thing. Wait, you got to go back and look at it. It's so awesome.
Okay.
Make sure you do that. And then anybody who's watching this replay that's on my team, please email me at molly7720@gmail.com that you were listening to the replay. That's the only way you get an entry into the raffles here, okay? Hope this has been great information for you. Any leaders who are on the call now or who showed up at the last minute, at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have that leader call, go over some of the same stuff. So if you were on here as a leader, we're going to go over the trip stuff and everything there too, so don't feel like you're missing it. Unless, of course, you want to get in that raffle, and you know that could
I hear you. I hear you.
I know Andrew's like, all right, Molly, I hear you. I hear what I'm saying. Okay. All right, guys.
I'm about to have soup.
Yeah, go eat your soup so you can feel better. Punzel, see you later, my friend. Bobby, thanks for being on here. Melody, I know she got off the metro, so she probably had to go. Kimmery, I will send you that, my friend. And anybody else who's just watching me on YouTube, have a great Avon day. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm going to try and catch the call, Mom.
All right, hon. Thanks. Bye.
All right.